the queen is on the throne. Queen is on the throne. Avani's in the building, never catch her on her own. London's finest on the mic, yeah, she's keeping it alive. From the studio to the street, helping everyone to thrive. We talk the real talk, no sugarcoating on the views. Bringing you the culture, bringing you the music news. Debated, stated, yeah, we're always moving on. From the break of the day until the early morning dawn. Woo! Avani, the Soul Queen Diva's on the air. Avani, great conversations, yeah, she's taking you there. Soulful, funky, keeping it real, keeping it real. This is the talk show, this is the feel. UK Soul Queen with a golden sound. Best radio show that can never be found. Songwriter, producer, yeah, she's running the machine. Making magic in the booth, if you know just what I mean. Special guests in the house, yeah, we're sharing all the light. Interesting views on life, yeah, we're doing it right. Culture vultures move aside, let the real talk breathe. Avani's got the keys, yeah, you gotta just believe. Avani's got the keys, yeah, you gotta just believe. From the debate to the beat, yeah, it's all in the mix. From the debate to the beat, yeah, it's all in the mix. Getting that Soul Queen feeling, yeah, you gotta get a fix. Avani, the Soul Queen Diva's on the air. Avani, great conversations, yeah, she's taking you there. Soulful, funky, keeping it real. This is a talk show, this is the feel. UK Soul Queen with a golden sound. Best radio show that can never be found. Music is the soul and the soul is the truth. From the radio booth to the days of my youth. From the radio booth to the days of my youth. Open up your mind, let the debate begin. No matter where you're at, we're all here to win. Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva. Yeah, Avani, UK Soul Queen Diva. Catches every week, right here on the dial. Real talk, real life, stay soulful. You are listening to Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva, with a new special guest. Stay tuned, keep it locked.
Hi, this is Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva, right here in London. I have a special guest today, independent artist and singer Meesha. Hey!
Hey!
Welcome. It's so nice to speak with you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. So, let's get into this. So, because you reached out to me and you told me you're an independent artist and singer, and obviously you are from the UK. So, like, how did you first get into music?
Oh, I love this question actually. Because I feel like I've had such a crazy journey with my music alone, but I've always been one of those kids that kind of have always wanted to be a performer or a singer. I wasn't a kid that wanted to be like, you know, like some kids are like, I want to be a nurse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just grew up watching like Whitney Houston perform on stage and things like that, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be. So I eventually ended up going to like music college. So I actually went to like theatre school. And, you know, I done it all. I done like drama, music, like dance, things like that. And then I ended up going to uni and like studying it more with like songwriting. So It was like, I've always just been I've been lucky enough to have actually pursued like my dream, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And in between that, obviously, like I done a lot of like networking and things like that. I do like to be quite social when it comes to music, and unfortunately sometimes when you're trying to create a music career, you do need to attend these events and things like that and be getting yourself out there a lot more, because I wouldn't say I'm completely like confident fully, but I definitely believe that like when it comes to music and stuff, I think surrounding yourself with other creators is so helpful, because even things like LinkedIn, you know, it's how me and you met, and
Yeah.
It's a really good tool, I think.
Absolutely.
For music.
Absolutely. So music and singing is something you always wanted to do, and now you are doing it. You are living your dream.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned like Whitney Houston, and I'm going to ask you, do you have any other like musical influences, inspirations, and other artists, favorite artists that you like?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I actually come from a mixed like background. So my dad being like Caribbean as well. I was raised on a lot of vinyl and old school music. So I definitely like my favorite artists are probably like kind of the oldies, people like Brandy, Stephanie Mills, Luther Vandross, just some of the greats, the timeless kind of bands like Change as well, and SOS Band, like
yes, girl.
and obviously I think for my age as well, it's always shocking because it's like, I think people a lot older than me, they're like, wait, how do you know about that tune? And I'm like, wait, how do you think I wouldn't know about that tune?
Right.
So it's crazy because I actually grew up with vinyl before I was ever introduced to like digital music.
Yes.
And I think there's something so like old school and raw about like vinyl. And I think I take a lot of like songwriting inspiration from people like Brandy. I mean, like she's like the vocal Bible, like
right. That's what they call her. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think I've always been I like to take inspiration from people, but then I also like to have my own spin on things as well. And back to the question about how I got into music too, I started off like being like a little 11-year-old doing like mashups to songs that already exist. I was on a few like pages at the time, like Rising Talents, where they would just be like promoting like young fresh talent from like South London, stuff like that. I've always tried to I'm definitely an old soul.
That's great. That is really good. And I know the listeners will be really, interested to hear about how you started out and the kind of things you've learned and seen and what you wanted to, do with yourself as you've gotten older. I mean, I know you're rebuilding and you're coming back into the industry with more new music. Are you planning on taking like a big different direction from what you've done in the past?
I definitely would say that my music has, I wouldn't say taken a turn completely. I feel like I'm still, obviously I do a lot of R&B. I kind of have always been kind of R&B. But I definitely would say like with my upcoming like EP, there are, I've been a bit versatile with things and tried to experiment maybe, with songs that maybe I wouldn't usually do before. Like I've just on my Spotify alone as well, like my most streamed track at the moment is a drum and bass tune, and there's definitely some more drum and bass about to be on my like new EP. So I think I tried to fit something that would fit for everyone, if that made sense. And I think it's good with music as well to kind of see what works and see what doesn't and not be really boxed in.
Absolutely. That's part of the creative, isn't it? Everyone wants to do something and see where it can lead and what kind of thing it would turn into, because being a creative person, we just like to create.
Yeah, it's true.
So things change, things happen in life. Are there any lessons that you've learned so far, especially about being in the music industry, that you would like to share? Because we're always, learning new things every day, just in life anyway, right?
Yeah. I definitely would say, I think because I actually came into the industry quite young as well, that I think when you're that age and, people definitely see that you have talent and people pick it up and they want to kind of vibes of like, I can turn you into a star overnight and things like that. And I think when I was that age, I was really susceptible to things. So it's like, I would just be like, sure, I want this dream, like make me into a star kind of thing. But what I didn't realize was just being so young, you almost, you don't know what you're doing. There's no backing behind you. Right. You could be, a lot of the times I can be in sessions with like predominantly men, and those are all things to take into consideration. I think what I would tell my younger self is to kind of be more cautious, because there's things that I went through then that, I know now I could never go through because I've learned over that time.
Yes.
And this is why I think building a team around you, even if you are an independent artist, even if it is family or friends, just building those, even if it's 3 or 4 people that you can rely on.
Right.
I think that's better than, like getting yourself in like so much trouble and you don't really know what to do.
Yes, definitely. So you've talked about being in the studio. Yes, we know about, how some people can be a little strange. So what are some of the things that you really enjoy about singing, making music, and also maybe some things that you're not too keen on, but you might want to change, even for yourself or just as motivation?
I definitely would say, let me start off with the great thing. So for me, I think music for me, I think for a lot of people actually, is therapy to me. Like, I actually do like a fair bit of like poetry as well, and I've just always had this like just love for words in general, and just putting them together and seeing what comes out of it. But I then realized that it's something that actually makes me feel kind of sane in a way, and it sounds like cliche to say, but I just feel like as soon as I am going through something, it just gives me this energy to like write a song. I'm like, okay, cool, I've got to write a song now about it. And it's all about turning that, even if it is pain that you're going through, turning that pain into art is so much better than like, like kind of, I think writing music has definitely held me back from like getting myself in like some crazy like scenarios. And they do say it about how, music saves kind of thing as well. Like, it's a true thing. And so it's one thing I definitely love about, and leading back to it being therapy for me as well. Like, I'm very open about my mental health, as a lot of people should be, but I do suffer with mental health. And I think it definitely helps my mental health too, like 100%. I feel like when I'm writing or when I'm singing or when someone mentions something to do with music, I'm like, like, this is like, I'm a singer-songwriter.
Right.
Like,
Definitely. And
so
it helps you, and you feel like this is something that can help you, not just because you enjoy it and it's creative, but it also is calming, it's soothing, it makes you feel good, right?
Exactly. It's like that, that serotonin that you can't really find from anything else, and then it's like you might go looking for it somewhere else, but then for me it's always just led back to music. And there have been times where I have those moments where I'm like, am I good enough to do this? I'm not getting anywhere, and I have nearly gave up at some moments, but then I also sit back and have these like reflection moments where I'm like, no, this is my gift. And once I forget all the other distractions and I focus on this one thing, which is the boat I'm in at the moment, then I know that it's only going to be up from here for me.
Definitely. You got to keep that mindset. That is a good mindset. You got to be positive. You got to say, right, I am going to keep going towards my goals. I mean, even just writing down your goals and trying to do them one by one, and they always say, even if you only do like something a little bit towards your goal every day, that's one step further towards the goal. So always keep pushing. Don't ever say you're not good enough for it. It's one of your gifts, so you should use it, right?
Definitely.
And you're a South London girl, so how would you describe the music scene from your point of view here in the UK, especially for South London artists? I mean, what do you think artists from the UK could be doing more to sort of say, hello world, we're here, we've been here, we're still here, and we know you see us?
I definitely, I'm not going to be biased because obviously like big up South London and that, so, like, I feel like I've got to just big it up because I'm from there, but I feel like there's some amazing talent in South London, and again, that's not me being biased, but I definitely think that there's great talent, but I don't think that a lot of us are getting seen. And I had this conversation with like one of my music friends the other day, just about, I think the industry kind of becoming a bit saturated now, where we're finding ourselves see people that, not in a horrible way, they're not completely talentless, but they might not be putting in more of the work than like another artist will be, and their page is like blowing up and it's going crazy, and sometimes it makes us confused because we're like, what are we doing wrong,
right?
But I definitely think there needs to be a lot more like exposure on like maybe the South London realm, because I think there's South London has got some of the most like different, we've got like things like jungle and just electronic music as well is coming up at the moment, just kind of grime, and R&B as well, but I think UK R&B in this in London sadly is not appreciated enough, and this is why we see a lot of like London or UK artists moving to America and getting a lot of love out there, because it's sad sometimes to see that we can't really support our own people. And yeah, I definitely want there to be some kind of change, obviously, in the industry with that, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are like superstars, but they're not getting that shine as much, you know?
Oh yeah, I know. I always want to know what other people think, especially other UK artists, because I've seen so many things myself over the years, you know. So as an independent artist yourself, like, can you talk about how hard you may or may not have found navigating your own pathway? So, you know, trying to find success as an artist, and especially the way things are and have been for a while in the music industry.
Yeah, I definitely think that being independent is not completely impossible, because you know, we have people like Ray, who I look up to as well, and I think Ray is a perfect example for a lot of females in the industry to prove that, you know, you can be with a major. You know, I've had a few like publishing deals with major labels and chose to leave off of my own back purely for the point of, you know, I want control of my things. I don't want to, you know, I don't want things to be in their control, so to speak. But she proves that, you know, you can be with a major and then leave that major and still, you know, make it as an independent artist. It might take a bit of time, but again, I think she just had those reliable people, like I mentioned earlier, and those people that truly saw her talent. And I think for me, the struggle has mainly been definitely a heavy financial issue.
Yes.
I think, you know, with music, you have to put in money to obviously get out again.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of people will kind of have this idea of, oh, but, you know, it shouldn't always be about money. But genuinely, I think it kind of is when it comes to like TikTok and stuff, and, you know, paying for adverts and promotion. And I think another strain of mine was been like strategy. So I think sometimes when you have like management, so to speak, or whatever, they can kind of have this strategy for you, and, you know, organizing content days and having that motivation to make, I don't know, like 15 TikToks a day or 15 reels a day. And it's definitely something that I need to kind of have more motivation to do in terms of, it's sad obviously that you have to be so consistent, but that is all a part of, I think, gaining that traction as well.
Oh, definitely.
You know, within the industry.
Definitely. So speaking on that, what kind of help would you like? If there's anyone out there who can help you after hearing what you're saying, especially at this stage when you're doing your rebrand and releasing your new music, what kind of help would you like?
I definitely feel like I would need, I would like probably some like, just kind of even maybe not so much manager, but any like artist development in a sense of, you know, someone who can kind of help me rebrand, you know, my look, or help me get into like different sessions. And because I think for me as well, as an independent artist, even though I'm pushing my own music out, I definitely want to get into like writing camps and things like that, because I think collaboration is so important, especially within music, and you never know who you'd be in a room with, you know what I mean? So
exactly, yeah.
I think for me, just someone to kind of have that, I think as well, just kind of being slight neurodivergent. I think with like when it comes to organization and stuff, sometimes I'm like, this is too much.
I know.
Kind of. But yeah, it's definitely that. But I also have always been, I think, quite the independent female who definitely does want to, you know, I like having ideas, I like pitching stuff to people, but I don't like them kind of taking full control.
Right.
So definitely someone who can actually see my talent and see my vision and my hunger to be an artist. I think I'm not so, I don't like to be cliche and say, oh, I'm about the numbers, because I don't really care about the numbers for me. I think it's more so about my music getting pushed out there. And I think the reason why is because music is subjective to everyone, but I think a lot of my music, obviously being away from music for so long as well, it's been so vulnerable to me. So to be able to push it out into the world now, it's like, for me, that's like a big thing in itself.
Absolutely. And you've got to keep going, because it's all part of the journey, isn't it? I think we should learn, especially as artists. I mean, a lot of us, we do obviously have that end goal to become successful and become known, but I think more of us also need to try, if we can, to enjoy the journey as well, because sometimes that can really, you sort of look back and you realize, my goodness, look how far I've come.
Yeah.
but you were so busy going through it, you didn't think about it in the moment, which is a bit of a shame because you kind of sort of might not, have that memory, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know you have a new song you're planning to release soon. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited about this. I mean, not just because, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, so I've been away from music for a long time. So this means I haven't released like any music. I've posted like snippets here and there, and people have been like to me, Meesha, when are you gonna drop music? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any answers. But yeah, this single is very, very personal to me, very meaningful to me. But again, like I said, it's very subjective. So I think I just can't wait for people to see kind of just, not just the hard work that's been put into it behind the scenes, but in terms of like visually as well. Like I actually haven't ever recorded a music video before.
Okay.
So I'm putting so much into kind of allowing the message of the song to come through in the video too. And I just kind of wanted to make sure that because this is the first single I'm dropping since like 2 years, I needed to make sure it was being done right.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm really excited about the journey of that because I've actually networked with some really cool people at the moment who want to help that vision that I do have, purely because they not just like the song, but they can actually see the talent in me. And yeah, like I said, I've never been, I wouldn't say I'm not like a dancer or anything like that, but I think in this video there will be, some things maybe people will kind of get to know a bit more about the way my mind works as well.
Right.
And I think for me, I think I've spent a life being like completely misunderstood. So I'm really hoping that a lot of who I am and maybe how I feel things comes through in this track.
Cool. So tell me, what's it called? What's the inspiration behind the song? And why did you decide to give it that title?
So the song is called Psych for Ya. And the meaning behind it, as I said, it's definitely, of course it's, it's personal to me, something that may have happened or not happened in my life.
Right.
And yeah, I kind of, for me, this song was about that close, when you kind of end the situation, but you need to feel like there needs to be one more thing you need to do.
Right.
And for me, it was like, this is my kind of close off of that situation is right in this track.
Okay.
And so the idea behind it actually could mean like a plethora of things, but like I kind of want with this song for people to take whatever they want to take from it, because like I said, one person could find it about something and then another person could find it about something else. But for me, it's kind of, as a base level, it's really about the idea of like love being a drug. And just this idea of kind of maybe going psycho for someone, but also that aspect of like kind of like relating to mental health and hospital and like psych wards and stuff. So the idea of, this kind of white room and kind of you're kind of like you're talking to someone and you're trying to get emotion from them and you're giving and giving and giving to this person, and it just feels like you're clawing at like just nothing.
Right.
And yeah, I'm really hoping that comes through.
Yeah, and
I
it's
don't want to
giving
say
you
too much, but yeah.
No, this is good because it's nice for people to sort of be able to hear about you more about your vision for the music and the songs that you're releasing. So this is like you saying that in this instance, this song, you want people to be able to maybe take more time for themselves and to have, if they've been through whatever situation, whether it's love or something else, and they basically need time to sort of process and deal with things and decide how they're going to move forward and however else they want to interpret it, right?
Yeah, and I guess it's with this song specifically, it's almost like I think there's definitely an audience I might be going for sure.
Okay.
But because of how personal I think the track is, I feel like there's going to be a lot of I might get a few messages from people who have. I feel like I'm going to get a few messages from people who actually see me. Right. Based off of that song, if that makes sense, or they've kind of been in a similar like complete same situation. And and I think that's what I really want to do, is leave some emotion with someone. And yeah, that's my whole goal for
No,
this one.
absolutely. No, now I'm going to let listeners have a little sneaky peek of that because you sent it to me, didn't you? So I'm going to
Yeah,
put that in so
yeah.
that they can listen.
Hey, my name's Meesha, a singer-songwriter straight from the south side of London, and you're locked into Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva.
You're pushing me to the edge. Don't know why you cross my mind. Know that you're better for me, and it's messing up my fight or flight. Wish I could press rewind. You're like a habit that just won't leave, and you're keeping me up all night. Look me dead in the face, all just to walk away. That power that you chase left a bitter kind of taste. Now you're running out of space. Mic on lights blinking, soul is drinking, deep in thought while the planet's sinking. UK queen on the airwaves, mind made of glass, vision clear through the hallways. Not just the booth, I'm the ghost in the machine, producing the truth, keep the slate clean, great combos, the bridge in between us. London to the world, nobody's seen us like this. Avani, Avani. I'm the writer of the chapters, the singer of the soul, producing the truth, keep the slate clean, great combos, guest in the house, quiet like a mouse, but we roar from the mouth. I'm the writer of the chapters, the singer of the soul, keep the fire on the captors, interview genius, the bridge in between us. London to the world, nobody's seen us like this. Avani, Avani. Soul Queen Diva. You are listening to Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva. Stay tuned, keep it locked. You are listening to Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva, with her special guest, Meesha. Stay tuned, keep it locked.
Now, okay, so you did say you're going to release an EP. And so are you going to do like release the EP? So the single first, the EP, and maybe an album later on? Or what
Yeah,
are you thinking?
Yeah, so definitely that's basically the strategy that I have at the moment. It's kind of just single and, you know, within that time frame, just kind of go ham on like promotion and stuff, which is probably what takes up, you know, a lot of time, like most of the time.
Yes.
In order to kind of bring that track out and, you know, post it everywhere. So everyone's like, oh, like, let's go and, I don't know, Shazam this song, or what song is this?
Mm.
And then, yeah, obviously leading on to the EP, it kind of gives people like wanting more because they're like, okay, we've listened to this single, we want to hear more, and then they hear the EP,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like, yeah, I think the main goal is the album, of course, like all
Right.
the time. Like I write about 5 songs a day. I've been doing that
Cool.
since I was like maybe 12 or
Wow,
something.
you've got loads of albums worth then by now.
Exactly. And I think the hardest thing is like I have a bad habit of like unfinished projects as well. So like I have people like chasing me all the time, like, when is this gonna be done?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I promise soon. But that's the thing about me as well. I feel like when I do have a deadline or like a project, I do have like quick turnaround time as well. And
Right.
I'm such like a hard worker when it comes to being in the studio and stuff, because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm quite easy. Some
Right.
producers might say no, but I think I'm quite easy to like, you know, work with.
Yeah. Cool. So have you got any performances or other shows planned soon or in the near future that people, you know, can support you and hear more about?
So not as of yet,
Okay.
but I feel like when the single does drop, there should be some more creative things happening for me, like shows and stuff.
Mhm.
But that will be posted like on my Instagram as well, like
Okay.
for people to kind of take a look and
Absolutely.
a sneak peek at.
Oh yeah, so remind me, when is the single? Tell me, what's the single called and when is it coming out? When are you releasing it?
So the single is called Psych for Ya, and it's coming out on July 7th.
Okay. July 7th, people. That's the date.
Yeah.
You need to pay attention. Remember, July 7th. Okay, cool. So, where do you see yourself, like, in your music career, like, I don't know, 5 years from now? Because that's the thing about being creative. There's so many things you want to do and directions that, you know, you might want to go in as well.
Yeah, I definitely hope to have obviously, again, an album, maybe 2 albums, who knows, because 5 years is quite a long time.
Right, you can do so much, right?
And definitely just kind of, you see what you was mentioning earlier about enjoying. I feel like the more I've put this kind of pressure on being like, okay, I need to be here, I need to be a superstar, I need to be shining, you know, I've started to realize that the more I'm being authentic, the more that I am being myself and enjoying the journey along the way. So whether that be a slow burn process for my career, so be it. But as I think the goal for me is to just continuously be being creative, you know, being in creative spaces, being around creative people, maybe getting invited to like different like network sessions, like labels, things like that. And that's the goal for me, I think.
Cool. Well, we'll be watching this space, don't worry. So I've got a question for you as well. Are there any other artists that you can think of right now that if you mentioned them and they actually reached out to want to work with you, you'd say, yes, I definitely want to collaborate with them? Got anybody like that?
Yes, I've got a few, to be honest.
Do tell.
Like it's super hard to like pick like one person. But I think definitely at the moment maybe someone like Kehlani, because obviously she's, you know, another R&B queen who's also influenced by Brandy, but I think her songwriting is amazing. Like her newest album that just came out has been on repeat for me recently. And do you know what? If I had to kind of go back in time, it would probably have been like someone like Amy Winehouse as well. I feel like, a lot of her music is like super relatable. But I think for me, and also Brandy too. Like if Brandy reached out to me and was like, like I can hear myself on this track, and I think for me as well, I really want to do more of like sending my stuff out to artists, because I used to have this fear, you know, what if they say no, what if they don't respond to me? And I think we hold ourselves back, don't we? We have all this fear of like, what if this happens? What if that
they
happens?
say yes?
You know, and we have to be told as well in the industry that we're going to get told no so many times, like probably more than we get told yes.
Right.
But even if a person sees something or they're able to actually pass you on to someone else and you can work your way up, that's kind of something I've started to say this year. I need to just take that fear away. And, you know, just do it. Just ask, what's the worst that can happen, you know?
Exactly. Be positive. Say, you know what? This is going to work. Someone's going to see this. I just have to keep going.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, please tell the listeners your social media, where they can find you.
Okay, so on Instagram, I'm officially Meesha. So it's officially and then Meesh, MEESHR. On Instagram, and that's where you can kind of find a lot of my updates really, and anything that I've got going on.
Cool.
And a lot of my like weird wacky personality too.
This is I want people to be able to say, oh, I know her, because they've heard you, and then they're going to be seeing more of you, seeing more of your pictures, and you're hearing about your music. Is there anything else that you want the listeners to know right now?
I think it's, if you are a creative or if you are a person just in general that maybe loves music or has a dream, just keep going, genuinely. Like, and even when it seems like there's blockages, and because I think it's so easy to kind of be like, this isn't for me, just always have this keep going mentality. And I feel like the more that you keep telling yourself, like you just said as well, you know, that you are great and you are good at what you do, and people will hear your stuff, and if you keep sending those messages to yourself, I think you're gonna go places. Absolutely. Like genuinely. And I just kind of I just want people to, I love seeing like people like become successful too. Like I've got a few friends, you know, maybe that I've gone college with or uni, and they're doing like so amazing at the moment. And I love that for other people too. Like I'm a bit of like an empath, like as well.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's probably that.
No, it's good because it means that, again, no matter what's happening, and I know we're all going through all kinds of things, right? But you've got to, I know it's hard sometimes, but you really got to try and say, okay, this whatever's going on is a moment, it's a brief moment in time, but I've really, I've got goals, I've got dreams, I can be positive and just try like one step at a time. Those tiny steps, they turn into strides, the strides,
Yeah.
you're walking, you're running, and then one day you're literally flying. Right. And that is where you want to be. You want to be able to say, right, I went through all that, but look at me now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing, isn't it, about just persistence and believing that even though you have been through these things. I think with me as well, I think we all go through our fair share of different things in life, and it can feel like it's like I don't know about anyone else, but like when something's going on for me, I feel like it's the end of the world sometimes. And when you step aside and you start to look at it, and I started to look at what is in my control and what is out of my control,
right?
And it helps you think a lot clearer as well, because it's like, if something's not in my control, I can't put energy into it.
No.
And you sometimes you have to let things play out. And like I said as well, like, no one's saying that maybe you don't need to be a superstar right now, but if you are doing what you love, then that is the best thing you can get from that.
Absolutely. It has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. If there's anything else you want to tell the listeners before we go, please tell them.
Officially Meesha on Instagram. Look out for Psych4Ya. I really hope you guys love it and enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a blessed evening.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to me.
Thank you.
You are
so
very, very welcome. So we will be back in the future very soon. Thank you.
You have been listening to Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva, with her special guest Meesha. Avani, the UK Soul Queen Diva, keep this show on rotation and stay in the mix.
Check 1, 2, feel the static in the booth. Avani on the frequency, the architect of truth. 5 minutes left to breathe before the dial turns to dust. Us. In the Queen, we put our logic in the rhythm we trust. From the London fog rising to the concrete of Queen. She's the London fog rising to the concrete of the Queen. She's the Koi in the design, weaving through spoken scenes. Real talk in the chamber, views wide and diverse. She's a singer, she's a producer, dodging radio curse. She's a singer, she's a producer, dodging radio curse. Intricate the conversation, heavy is the debate. She interviews the heavyweights while we navigate fate. So catch the last vibrations, feel the bass in your chest before the soul diva puts the evening to rest. Turn the lights down, the frequency is clear. Avani is the voice you need to hear. UK's finest, the soul queen diva. Keep the fire burning, don't you ever leave her. From the host to the heart, the producer to the song. This is the place where the culture belongs. Real talk, real life, the debate goes on until the morning light, until the shadow's gone. She holds the mic like a scepter. The UK throne is a home. A singer, a writer, a soul through the airwaves we roam. Producer in the shadows, crafting the talk with a twist. Interviewing the minds that the history books missed. Varied views on the life, from the street to the stage. Avani's turning the dial while we're turning the page. No faking the funk, it's a soul-driven sound. From the basement of London to the underground. Conversations that matter, real talk in the booth. Conversations that matter, real talk in the booth. She's the melody of the